Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm gonna give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car is gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn. It's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
I'm Richard Serrett. Join me on Strange Planet for in-depth conversations with the world's top paranormal investigators, alien abductees, Bigfoot trackers, monster hunters, time travelers, and more.
The handler one day told her this whole thing about how they've been terraforming on Mars and they're building a colony and they're recruiting specific people of specific bloodlines and specific talents and skill sets to go onto the planet.
On Richard Serrett's Strange Planet, we're redefining reality. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do. Do you believe? Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do anymore. Do you believe? Let me know when you have time.
Welcome to the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati. I'm Zach Harper. That's Mo Dakhil. That's Was. Oh,
Just Was.
Yeah, just Was.
Just Was today.
Just Was.
Myself.
I'm
enough, Zach Harper.
You are more than enough. We don't need a gimmick. We don't need a gimmick here. Okay. Waz is an analyst. He's a person. He's a man. He's what he needs to be, not what you need him to be. Okay. So fucking relax out there. Supporting my guy. It would be good if Ime Udoka supported the Rockets.
No.
I don't know that I've ever lost more confidence in a coach as quickly as I did with Ime Udoka. You've been in this, right? Like you've been a video coordinator. Like it doesn't feel like they're running a whole lot.
No. They aren't running anything, Zach.
But
when you're saying run a whole lot, it's nothing.
I know KD had 9 turnovers the other night, but what I saw was him trying to make plays and the rest of the team looking like guys who had never played pickup before, but pick up together, right? They looked like they didn't know where the other one was supposed to be. And KD had some bad plays. He threw some bad passes. I don't want to absolve him, but throughout the game, I was like, oh, he's on his own here. This team doesn't know what to do, and they're not trying to do anything other than we're just out there hooping, but you aren't.
We had a whole season, and they haven't installed any offense. And we talked about it before, right? They could run 2 or 3 plays and get something, but as soon as it doesn't work, boom, we're never running it again for the entire game. And it's it's so frustrating to watch. Because it's all we said last year. Man, they get one more offensive guy, they're rolling. They get KD, we're excited. We're like, oh, this is going to be great. And then you put you're making Jamal Mosley look like an offensive genius. It's all these things that you have. And I'm stunned by it. Can't create any space for Şengün. Whatever you think of him one way or another, he's playing in a phone booth. Yeah. There's no space on the floor for him to operate. Same for KD. I'm not even sure KD should have played in the game. It didn't look that great. Yeah. Played 40 minutes. It just shows you coaching by just pure fear and intimidation without actual substance doesn't work.
Just glaring at your players doesn't do it?
So, look, here's what I'll say, man, about Ime Udoka. I will not claim that he's doing a good coaching job. Because that's tough to do. To say. What are his strengths? Defense and traditionally what people have complimented him about is he's not afraid of his stars. He'll hold star players accountable, which
absolutely
is needed a lot of times. The problem for him is those strengths just, that's not something you could use on a Kevin Durant-led team.
Yeah.
So if that's your one trick, star accountability, it's not going to work. But I will present you because a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, whose name I won't say right now, he pointed something out to me. He said, since 22-23 season, every coach KD has played for has been fired mid-season or at the end, and Udoka is likely. 22-23, Nash and Monty, 23-24, Vogel, 24-25, Bud, 25-26, Udoka, likely. Y'all do with that information what you want to do.
Coach killer, you're saying.
I mean, hold on. Some of these guys on that list. I mean, Zach wanted to fire Bud in Milwaukee during the championship parade.
I still want to fire him. I want to rehire him just so I can fire him again.
Just so you can fire him. Yeah. So there's that. You know, we knew the situation with Nash.
Steve Kerr wasn't good enough for him either. Remember that shit?
I get.
Couldn't fire him, so he left.
But let's also say this, because I just want to push back on one thing you said was of like he's known for his good defensive coaching. I'm not even sure that that's true anymore because it's all just he has great defensive talent.
Yes,
like it's not like
Boston was impeccable defensive talent.
It's not like we've seen
that's fair.
Like him take creative schemes, things where we're like, oh wow, this is like really innovative stuff defensively.
Nobody thought Şengün could anchor a good defense though.
He shut down Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard though, right? or did they have 48 combined in game 2? I can't remember.
It took game 2 for them to press up on these guys. LeBron's 41 years old.
Still lit him up.
LeBron's 41 years old. You're like, hey, let him bring the ball up nice and easy in the first game.
The tactic of sending hard doubles at a 41-year-old LeBron 30 feet from the basket, not my favorite. I will admit, this idea that you can't allow Tari Eason to guard LeBron 25 feet from the basket while he's 48. Not my favorite tactic. No ball pressure on some suspect ball handlers. Let's be honest here. These are some not grade A ball handlers. Not my favorite tactic. But I'm sorry, man. Like these players gotta have a certain level of accountability. This Lakers team is not good. These aren't good players.
I agree with you, but also trying to coach might actually help you.
Look, I mean, Waz, you just had it from 2022, but don't forget Kenny Atkinson got shown the door.
Oh yes,
in 2020.
Kenny Atkinson. Yes, because he didn't want to play DJ.
That was wild. That's wild. That one's bad.
He didn't want to play who?
DJ.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. Over Jared Allen.
Yeah. And that proved to be.
That's why he got fired.
Yeah.
That was a mistake, probably. Look, man.
You're saying KD's a coach killer.
I'm saying KD plays a part in this, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. He plays a major part in like the identity Udoka has no voice with the team anymore. This doesn't happen overnight. The voice is eroded over the course of a long season, right?
Well, it's hard to have a voice when it doesn't have any strategy coming out of it.
They had some pretty decent strategy last season, though.
Did they?
Yeah.
They would come on, man.
Yeah,
they overachieved last year.
They did.
Like I actually do think I'll give them credit for this. I do think they popularized this new trend of everybody crash the offensive boards.
Sure.
Everybody like that, because that's how they were scoring. It was like, oh, we can't keep these dudes off the board. And I think a lot of teams looked at that and was like, yeah, that might work for us too.
And remember, we were skeptical that you could form a competent, if not really damn good defense with Şengün as your center. We were all skeptical of that. These guys performed in a way that people didn't expect last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was
I think there's something to that.
There's no question to that, but it was also because it was if you don't defend, I'm going to sit your ass on the bench, which is fine. And a good
coaching.
attitude. That's good as a coach. Right.
Yeah.
In that sense. At a certain point, though, that also does wear thin when it's also like, but we have no offense.
Yeah.
We have zero. You've done nothing on the offense. Remember the stories of Mike D'Antoni about how like they would only practice offense,
we only drill offense
and do nothing on defense. And I almost feel like that's the same thing with Ime, but the opposite way, right? Like in reverse. We're going to work on shell drill for an hour. But we're not going to do
the good news is they drafted Reed Shepherd to fix those offensive and those shooting problems. So we're good. You don't want Steph Castle. Well, Reed Shepherd was. That's the move. All right, let's get into our topics. Hey, fellas and ladies, you never know. Hair loss does not fix itself. Okay, the earlier you act, the better. And I know you're standing there, you're looking in the mirror, counting them up. You're saying, I think there's 2 more hairs today than there were last week. There's not. I'm sorry. There are fewer hairs. And that's okay. You know why? Because Hims makes starting simple with a 100% online process and personalized treatment plans delivered straight to you. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medications, serums, sprays. You're probably thinking like, I don't know if I can remember to put a serum on my scalp or spray or whatever every day, but I'll take a pill. I can take a pill. Man, they got you. They absolutely have you. Doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months, that's shorter than the NBA season. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/basketball. That's hims.com/basketball for your free online visit. hims.com/basketball. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Folks, let me tell you, especially when I was younger, banking sucked. Put this amount of money in to open an account, but we're going to take this amount of money every month. And you were 34 cents over. We're going to charge you $35 in overdraft charges, all this stuff. And you're just giving away money to a bank who was supposed to hold your money. Well, not with Chime. Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding fee-free banking. This is fee-free banking built for you, not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. They have thousands of fee-free ATMs. Imagine getting your own money out without having to pay. Incredible idea, right? It's built for you. It's not built for the 1%ers. Chime members can benefit from up to $1,150 in annual rewards fee-free. Direct deposit unlocks the most rewarding way to bank at Chime. No cash and checks and all that stuff anymore. You're not just switching banks. You're upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account. You get 5% cash back on Chime Card in a category of choice like gas or groceries. You get savings that grow faster with a 3.7% APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average. Plus, you get premium travel perks like airport lounge access, 24/7 travel concierge included with your Chime Card. They also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free. Chime is not just smarter banking. It is the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Head to chime.com/basketball. That is chime.com/basketball. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, Spot Me, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
Do you believe?
Topic 1. Do you believe the Knicks can right the ship against the Hawks? After leading the entire second half, old New York crumbled in the fourth quarter at home in Game 2. CJ McCollum put Jalen Brunson in the blender all night long en route to 32 points, reminding everyone he is a bona fide scorer after his exile to NBA Siberia, a.k.a. The Pelicans and the Wizards.
Oh, I was going to say the Washington Wizards.
Well, Pelicans as well, yeah. Brunson, meanwhile, shot 10 of 26 from the field, admitted the Knicks offense was a little stagnant as he just held the ball the whole fucking fourth quarter. When Cat only attempted 2 shots, missed them both after having a monster third. As the series moves to Atlanta, can the Knicks turn it around on the road? Or are we looking at a spike in Dolan sucks chance that's going to put the MSG security team into overtime in game 5? Waz, what do you think?
I think the Knicks are fine. I think they're still better than the Hawks, and they've mostly played better than the Hawks in this series. They had a bad fourth quarter, coupled with Kuminga and CJ just playing out of their minds. These guys were incredible. Jalen Brunson was uniquely bad on defense. Not to say that he can be way better, but like the Knicks can scheme out of this, just like conceding this freaking switch where this guy's just getting fish filleted at the top of the key over and over and over again. I think they're in a decent position still, man. They seem to be measurably better than the Hawks, and I think they'll be fine. I just think the stuff with the offense in the fourth quarter is real. Yeah. Jalen Brunson refusing to get off the fucking ball when Cat's being guarded by a 6'6" dude, when he's having a great game. Yeah. It's nuts, bro.
And to me in that situation, Mo, I didn't like it's like, well, Cat's got to be more. Cat can't pass the ball to himself.
Like, come on,
at a certain
man.
point, you're a point guard, you got to be like, advantage. He's been killed. If he's not having a good game, sure, don't give him the ball. But he was killing in the third quarter. I'm like, I don't know if this one's on Cat.
Knicks were even in the penalty already.
Yeah,
it's not even. It's not on Cat because again, Brunson. It's not even that. First off, we got to talk about starting the fourth quarter with Brunson and Cat on the bench with that lineup, and I know he's been doing that. That is an awful idea.
That's regular season shit.
Yeah,
don't do that in the playoffs.
It's overconfidence. You're disrespecting the Hawks, bro.
Now you're going nuts. And they did it in the second quarter, and they got killed with that lineup. And they got killed. And it's like they just said, let's see what it looks like again this time. And it's just so that was stupid. 2, you can't blame Cat when Brunson. First off, their whole focus is like, we got to attack whoever Okongwu's guarding, right? Like we want to get that switch. You're so focused on that, you're just missing the point that like Cat already has the mismatch.
He has the great matchup
and he can't
already.
do anything if you don't give him the ball or put him in positions to get the ball.
Let him catch 18 feet away, 17. We're not even saying get him post touches.
No,
we can get him the ball at the high post, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, even you could still put him in the ball screen.
Yeah.
Like you could still put him in, get him involved and run a double ball screen. Like it's not. Like, this isn't rocket science with these things.
Mo, this is why I think they've got to fire Tom Thibodeau. It's not working. Oh, wait.
Again.
Wait.
Again.
The same problem. Different
coach. Tibbs was sitting there going like, huh?
Yeah. Tibbs is the Leo DiCaprio meme from
what
are we Hollywood.
Yeah. But I just think the other thing that frustrates me, they've done so little with Mikal Bridges. Like,
he seems like not even a safety valve. Like it's just random.
It's not even a thought in their mind. Like, here's my thing: start the fourth quarter, Cat and Bridges, and give Bridges the ball a little bit more. Run pick and roll between those two guys. I don't give a shit who's guarding those guys. Just run the pick and roll with them and see what you can get out of that. But man, come on, dude! Like we don't need more Jose Alvarado minutes.
Yeah, it's a little Puerto Rican point guard to run the offense.
Say Alvarado. What
he got like he took like 4 shots in like 5 minutes, bro. I was like, all right,
when he drew the offensive foul and then started chirping at CJ at the end of the third quarter.
This is
I was like, what are you doing, dude?
Be a lot.
I'm the only one that caught that. Huh? All right. That's I think you said the right that like they stopped respecting the Hawks in that game, and that's when it turned because they had Josh Hart had shut down Jalen Johnson to where I'm like, yo, what the hell is wrong with Jalen Johnson? And then they just stopped respecting him, and Jalen Johnson got going again, and maybe that gets him going for games 3 and 4. But yeah, like it's not just about like winning the series. No offense to Philly, I'm not buying game 2 as like a worrisome thing to Boston. Like, you got to get this shit right for the next round. You don't like this.
Yeah.
And it, you talk about like, these like end of game issues, this fourth quarter being stagnant. Boston went through that shit for years, right? It was like, oh, things would be killing. Then all of a sudden gets to crunch time and it's, one pass, ISO, step back jumper, hope it goes in. Like, that was the offense. And sometimes they still get stuck in that. But for the most part, they fixed that. You can't have that against them. Like, you can't have that against them. And I think the way Atlanta does and can defend is a good way to prepare you for some of the stuff Boston's going to do, Mo. But like, you got to get this shit fixed completely before round 2 when you face Boston.
Yeah, you can't fuck around with. But this is the thing that frustrates me, Zach. We had a whole season to get to, like, why? Okay, it's we criticized
the whole
last year.
season is one thing, though, Mo. But like in the last 5 minutes of a playoff game, Brunson thinks it's his job to take every shot.
Yeah, but like, what?
Like, I don't think you get that out of his mind throughout the whole regular season because that's not serious basketball.
You have to drill it down then. That's the thing. It's the habits you created. I know, but it's the habits you let him get away with that.
We did.
And you go through, and you go into that moment,
hog, bro.
And you just go constantly saying like, no, instead of like, yo, it's simple stuff. You don't have to do it in front of the team. Jalen, come over here for a minute. Let me show you some clips. They've had plenty of games they've lost in crunch time. Yo, you can do this here. We need to do more of this here.
It reminds me of the shit like we went through with Tatum, where it was like, hey, like it can't just be hope this goes in.
Can't just be dribble long to contested because Kobe would do it this way. Stop.
We should figure out if Jalen Brunson,
what sneakers does he wear every single game?
It's a good question. We should figure that out because it might,
Because look, man, Brunson has been a great player. He's been a godsend for the Knicks.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
But like, bro, pass the fucking rock, bro. Just please.
Yeah.
There's a guy on your team making $60 million a year. It's not for no fucking reason, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let this guy do some work too in the important moments. Build the freaking confidence. Make the defense have to wonder, I wonder what the Knicks are about to do on this big crunch time possession. God, like, it's craziness, man.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our second topic.
Do you believe?
Do you believe either team has an edge in the Denver-Minnesota series? Oh, since the beginning of 2022, these two teams have locked in a bald eagle death spiral, splitting the last 30 games evenly at 15 apiece. I'll even remind you, this goes back to 2018, where these two teams played for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference on the last day of the season. And Jimmy Butler, remember him? Jimmy Butler. Led the Minnesota Timberwolves to the playoffs. The Wolves rallied from an early 19-point deficit in Game 2 by relentlessly attacking Jokic in the paint. Anthony May's guy, Rudy Gobert, has been playing elite defense on Jokic, stifling him to 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting while on the court in Game 2, including 2 isolated post-ups in the fourth. And, of course, Jaden McDaniels doing his part to foil the Nuggets' acclaimed 2-man game by shutting off the water of one Jamal Murray in the fourth quarter. Not only has the basketball been phenomenal, the quotes, wow. A5 Wagner. McDaniels called out the entire squad, called them bad defenders, including Aaron Gordon. I don't think this even turns ahead if he's just like, Jokic, we're going at him. Murray, we're going at him. Tim Hardaway Jr., we're going out. When you included Aaron Gordon, that's when I was like, hold on a second. Aaron Gordon's a good defender. What are you doing? But he called them all out, and Anthony Edwards is trying to, quote, beat shit at the rim like Dwayne Wade at all times. And, of course, we know he praised Dante DiVincenzo's gorilla nuts. Game 3 tonight shifts the action back to Minneapolis. Mo, who you got?
I think I'm just going to go with Minnesota just for the bravado. Like, just the quotes. Like, I don't have anything else.
It feels like they're going to get destroyed tonight. Yeah. It's going to, you shouldn't have poked the bear. And then they'll win Game 4 handily. Right. And it's just going to be this back and forth.
That's more likely the scenario. But it's like, it's so much fun. Thank you. I appreciate it from Jaden McDaniels. I appreciate him including Aaron Gordon. Because you're right, Zach. We would have been like, yeah, we know this.
No one would have cared. Once you include the guy that everyone loves and is like, yo, that guy is a great defender. He's the key to all this. Like, then it's like, hold on a second. What are you doing?
And then Ant with the quotes, man.
I love that he was just like, yeah, game plan was easy. Just go after them bad defenders. Team full of bad defenders.
And they're all bad defenders. Go after all of them. Yeah,
pick a name. Pick a name. Yeah. Name a guy.
Give me the roster. Hey, I'll close my eyes. I'm going to point to the roster. Yep, that guy's bad defender.
But that's the thing, though. It's almost like if you're playing against OKC and you're like, well, you got to force them to shoot, right? Like Lou Dort and Caruso got to make, like, he's just saying the obvious. This is their weakness.
Right.
And there's no other way for us to win but to attack this weakness. But it just sounds so insane. Like if somebody was just like, the Suns are just like, look, man, we challenging their non-shooters to shoot and beat us that way. Mm-hmm. We know Shea is the best, whatever.
Yeah.
Guys
Caruso,
like
not a good shooter. He's going to have to knock him down. Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah. But it just, I just love the obviousness of it and just being like, look, that's our game plan. And the truth of the matter is the game turned around for them when they stopped taking long jumpers. Yeah. When they were like, no, we're determined to get to the paint. And Denver, they know that Jokic isn't a great paint protector. So they sort of like to tilt their defense up top to kind of like guys are digging in on ball handlers so that they don't ever make it that far. Yeah. The problem for them is like you're tilting and Ant is getting off of it quick enough and guys like Dante are actually making their threes.
Right.
And so
that's a big key too, is like Dante's been unbelievable.
Yeah. It just becomes tough to defend. But I think this is going to be a long series, man. I know people were like, yo, for sure. Minnesota was so in because I'm like, bro, but they're having Anthony Edwards who both like, because when Denver played Phoenix a few years ago when they won the championship and they played KD and Booker, like guys that don't really want to do pull up off the jumper threes for real. Like they could defend that. Ant wants to take these pull up threes.
He's good at it. Yeah. He's like, that's where he's comfortable.
He's insane at the cup. Yeah. So it's just like a really tough combination for them to guard against.
I think that's the thing too, Mo, is like early in both games, Ant has been hobbled. Like something happens, he steps and it's like, shit, like, all right, Ant, and he doesn't have the explosive. Like he'll have the adrenaline on a chase down block and he'll go beat that shit. But it's like he gets to like in those moments, but in terms of attacking, he's not the explosive player he's been. And he has been settling for some jumpers in game one, but in game two, I think he figured out to Waz's point, I don't have to be explosive at the rim. I just have to be intentional. Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't have to jump over these guys. He just has to get around them, have the body control, lay it up. And I think once he figured that out in the second half, Denver just couldn't get any stops in that.
I also think the big issue for Denver is Peyton Watson being out.
Yeah, that's hurting them big time.
That's who would have been guarding Ant. Now, I'm not saying he'd stop Ant or anything like
no, but he's a good defender. I don't know. We have to
ask Jaden McDaniels doesn't think so. I already
he can't defend either.
Wemby's out there. Bad defender.
Bad defender.
But like Aaron Gordon's a good defender, but also he's not the guy I would want on Ant. He does a good job playing up.
Randall.
Yeah, he's a guy who I will say can play up defensively. Peyton Watson can play down defensively, which is why it's so important that they have both of those guys healthy.
Yeah.
But with one of them out and this one being Watson, it does make it easier for Ant. And like you said, doesn't have to be explosive, but just has to go there with intent. And you see it because he doesn't hesitate. The next in the game tonight, watch when Gordon switches on to Ant. He doesn't slow down. He still gets downhill. It's not a hesitation for him. It's not, okay, it's Gordon. Now I got to set him up. If it's not
if Gordon is coming over the weak side to now combine in the coverage with Watson, and that's something different. But, the rest of the guys are kind of too slight. So Gordon is too slow to guard Ant. The rest of the guys are too small.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just a tough matchup.
It's a problem without Watson. It's surprising Like, I don't think going into the year we went like they have to have Watson
but he took a leap big. He took a leap like in the middle of the season too. Like he was.
Mo, it's crazy crucial because like even OKC people are like, oh, they have a Shea problem. Like, I don't agree in the same way because Shea doesn't want to take a bunch of threes.
Right.
You don't actually have to extend out to freaking 26 feet on a pick and roll with both of your defenders when Shea is doing that because it's like, yo, let Shea take all the threes he wants. We know that's not what he's trying to do. Ant will fire 15 threes up, bro.
No, it's not a question.
And that's the tricky thing is like you're saying they're playing up, but they would rather Jokic be in drop.
Stay back.
You cannot do that at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they attacked, and they did a great job of attacking that with that on the wing, with Ant on the wing in the third and fourth quarter, because it gave him a better angle driving to his right, which did allow, he didn't have to be as explosive. He could kind of take his time, turn the corner, and once he turned the corner on Jokic or whoever was up, there was no weak side help that he had to worry about. You know, if Gordon was over, he would have to worry, but he kind of just got to glide in there and get, a controlled layup. But
and I'll say this about
a lot of pressure on Minnesota tonight, though.
You talk that shit. You talk that shit. You gotta be on top of it.
It'll be fine. I'll say this about Minnesota. There's no question about whether they're being coached or not. So, shouts to our guy
Finch,
Chris
really
Finch.
good coach. Yeah, Finch is a really good coach. Yeah, not just the stare and glare style of adjustment, for sure. Yeah. Do you believe? New Blazers owner Tom Dundon. Penny pinching will cost them wins. Stories exploding all over last week of choices Tom Dundon has made in regards to managing his team to save money, such as leaving two-way players, the team photographer, and digital reporter at home, making everyone check out of their hotel to avoid late checkout fees, leaving the masseuse with nowhere to perform treatment on game day. I will say this, though, in his defense, them saying that's going to save $1 million over the course of a year is insane. That's $1 million in late checkout fees. That's crazy to me. But whatever. We could get into that. No free t-shirts at game 3. He claims he has something better. Like a noisemaker? A kazoo? Is it just 18,000 kazoos? I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
That means kazoos.
Friday night. Yeah. He's trying to pay a head coach $1 to $1.5 million when the low end of the salary is $4 million. Doug Christie makes $2, by the way, and many make 10 plus. Conducting these head coach interviews while Tiago Splitter is coaching in the playoffs and is underpaid,
winning road playoff victories.
Yes. He wore wired headphones while shooting around on the court before the Phoenix playing game.
I take exception to that, Maze.
I'm
a wired
headphone
guy.
I don't mind the wired headphones. I don't mind. Look, I'm an owner. I know it's not my arena. I'm fucking shooting. I'm getting some shots up.
It's
that
not
I have no problem with.
Maze. It's not a money thing. The earbuds like don't actually fit in my ears. Like I think my ears holes are just too small, and they're just constantly just coming out.
Over.
Even the in ears
don't work.
But then
that's
most,
too
you don't
noise canceling though. That's too much.
You don't always want to walk around with a big old thing on your head. You feel me?
I know I don't walk around with these, but
it's not a money thing, man.
Shooting around, exactly.
I gave my AirPods away. Them shits cost $300, by the way. I gave them away because they didn't work for me. All right, it's not
you said it was a tax write-off.
Thing.
I like that. That's where you went.
Tax write-off.
Dundon vows to spend on the roster, but quote, doesn't give a rat's ass what is said about him after having success with a similar approach after buying the Carolina Hurricanes NHL team and turning them into a perennial playoff team. The Blazers find themselves in a suddenly competitive playoff series with Wemby suffering a concussion in game 2, although I think he's coming back in game 3. I don't think there's any way I'm just reading tea leaves here, but it sounds like those tea leaves are saying he's going to play Friday night. Yeah. Will this off-court distraction cost the Blazers a potential playoff upset? I see what you did there, Mace. Waz, what do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think it's in the medium term, to be honest, having an owner who's this much of a dickhead can kind of create an us versus them mentality with the team, where it's like it's us and our group versus that cheap tightwad of an owner. I could see that being a galvanizing force within the team dynamic. However, going forward, man, people just realize it's like bad enough Portland's not some destination for players to begin with.
Yeah.
But like people coming to realize that the owner is just a dickhead about money, that just can't be good for you over. Because I don't think it's just a player thing. I think it's all talent that organizations have a potential to attract.
Yeah.
We'll be
I think
spooked by this.
You're finding out, he's going to find out quickly, like the NHL, there's not the spotlight on the NHL there's on the NBA with this kind of shit, right? And there was a great line, I think it was in Jason Quick's article, where he's also learning how gossipy the NBA is. And it was like, the line was something like, if you talk to 100 people in the NBA, 70 of them will tell you that they talk to you, right? Which is probably even a low estimation of how gossipy the league is. But Mo, like, if all of this saved money goes towards facilities, travel, all for the players, I think it can help attract players. The problem is you need more than just players to create a good organization.
There's a lot. And I just want you guys, like,
Mo has a lot of experience.
Deep experience with an incredibly cheap owner.
No, Donald Sterling's a billionaire. What are you talking about?
Yes. Let me put you this way. Let me just give you a quick sort of like,
his buildings are all over this fucking area.
When I was an intern, the head video guy wanted to take me on a road trip. And the only way it could happen was if we shared rooms and I didn't get per diem.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't gonna let.
How much is per diem, Mo?
Like, come to
per diem,
bro? It was like, honestly, it was like $75 a day for the low level like support staff people. So it wasn't, and like, shout out to my guy Ramen, because he was awesome and literally was like, I'm splitting per diem with you. You're not paying a dime for anything, and the assistant coaches, you're not paying for shit. Like anything. We got you all, like, but it's just, that's the level of cheapness that we're talking about. And so when you talk about the problems, like, forget about anything else, not taking the two-way guys. Let's just start with that.
That's bad.
Caleb Love played for you. Played 49 games for the team this season. It was pretty good. This is a guy you hope to have in your organization for a while.
They're on the team. Simple as that. Like, they're on the team.
But like, here's the other thing. Just forget about the player matters. But beyond that, you've now pissed off that player's agent. That agent has multiple players, most likely in there that they work for.
Yeah.
They're going to say, you don't want to go there. They don't treat you well. You want to have 8 favors from agents, not have them hate you. And I think that just alone there, trying to cheap out on a coach.
Mo, you're wrong. It was a good point, but I just looked it up. Caleb Love's agent, just this low-level guy named Mark Bartelstein.
Who?
He doesn't have a lot of.
He has no influence in this league. Are you shitting me?
He doesn't have a lot of clients. Just
but then, and then okay. So forget about. Okay, let's go to the coaching thing. You want to pay your coach $1.5 million. Say you get that.
Mo, stop.
Hold on. Watch. Forget about it. The entire staff throughout the rest of the way is all going to be cheaped out, right? Yeah. All your assistant coaches are going to be cheap. You're not going to have as deep of a staff. You're not going to have a good support staff, because you're probably going to pay your video guy try to pay him $50,000 a year. And you're going to your training staff is going to be incredibly cheap. All of this trickles down. None of it affects now, but it all affects starting next season. And that's going to be a big problem.
Now they're not going to be able to sign Curious Mike when he becomes a free agent. That's a Bartelstein client.
Wait, so he owns the Carolina Panthers?
Hurricanes.
No, Hurricanes.
Hockey.
Yeah,
Who did Carolina? No, Carolina's football. Sorry.
Yeah,
Florida. What's
Florida
Florida's?
Panthers? Florida Panthers.
See, that's where I got this shit all.
Too much.
Yeah.
God bless the NHL. Great league, great sport. No, I'm just saying, like, you can't bring NHL tactics to the NBA. It don't work like that.
The story going around about the coach stuff too is
1.5 million, Zach?
Yeah. He has declined. He has denied that figure. He's denied it.
He want to pay coaches less than Athletic paid Diana Rossini. That's crazy.
Cut that. The story that's going around, there's two stories. Well, wait, can I tell that other one? I can't tell that other one. The one story I can tell that's going around about the whole coach thing is like he talked to the St. Louis University coach. I can't remember his name. And was like allegedly offered like, all right, hey man, $1 million come be the NBA head coach. And it's like, I make more than that in St. Louis. What are you doing? Like
it's insane.
Now that story could be bullshit, but that's the story that's going around. I've heard it from several people.
But I've heard it's been multiple coaches that he's done this with.
Yeah. He's talked to like no shit, like 30 people at least.
Look, the Knicks
like he's going
are notorious overpayers, but they paid Larry Brown $8 million a year like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we're not even talking like that level. But also, all these coaches interviewing for the job while the team's in the playoffs, while Thiago Splitter's doing a good job coaching this team, and you're sitting there taking these interviews. Also, just be careful who you're getting in bed with. All these dudes who are trying to get this job, all four of them
low integrity. Don't have good integrity.
But you better also watch out because he's going to cut you at the knees just as quickly as he's doing it to Thiago.
Yeah. It's probably going to work out.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. Actually, I think a lot of this is probably overblown. A lot of it is like a snowball effect of like, oh, let's get this out there. Let's get this out there. I think he's seen what he can get away with and then he'll have to conform. Like it's like every new owner comes in and they're going to change the way things are done. And then they conform. They get into what the NBA system is and then it's fine.
Can I also just say, as a former video guy, that late checkout is crucial because coaches are always asking for certain shit at the end.
Get your ass in the fucking lobby or business center and do it there. The only one who needs a late checkout, players and the masseuse. Everyone else, I'm with Tom Dundon. Get your ass to the business center. They got high-speed internet there. You can wire the fuck in and cut like your little fucking videos that, by the way...
My little fucking videos?
By the way, Blake Griffin ain't all in those videos anyway, so good luck. Like it's
that's not okay.
Doc ain't looking at those videos. He didn't give a fuck.
I needed those late checkouts.
No, you take your ass to the business center. The internet works in the lobby just like it works in the room. You can sit in the lobby, have a coffee.
A lot of places that give you the complimentary though to like 12:30. What's late checkout that you pay for?
Well, we would leave at 3:00 was first bus.
Oh yeah, nah. See, yeah.
So it becomes a thing.
Because they're probably they're charging you probably for another day at that point.
Yeah.
This isn't the Red Roof Inn. Well, it will be with Tom Dundon, but for other teams, it's not the Red Roof Inn.
Can I also just point out, when you are talking to the hotel, we are paying for 40-something rooms. Yeah. You can throw in the late checkout.
Yeah, fact.
You guys are leaving town, man. We gotta get these new customers in there. We can't have them checking out at 7:00 at night.
And we're coming back.
We don't know that. We don't trust. You can't trust
also, have you heard
traveling secretary? George Costanza was the assistant to the traveling secretary. You can't trust that shit. Come on.
Have you? I don't know if this one's true, but I heard they didn't even send a scout to the Minnesota-Denver series.
Damn.
That's crazy if that's true. But that's where I'm like, I think some of these stories are getting out of control and they're probably not accurate.
That one, I don't know if it's true. But if he didn't send a scout to that,
why are we wasting money
I'm not buying
on Delta Comfort?
Wait, why are we sending a scout? We don't have TVs?
Yes. You can't get that on
TV. Have TVs?
Oh, shit.
We're watching all that shit.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
I'm not buying that one. I'm buying the late checkout and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm buying that one, but he's got to be worried that it looks like Spirit Air is going under. Because that would have been a
he might
perfect
be the
team
one
playing.
he might be the one trying to get the bailout for them. Do you remember the movie Major League when they had the team playing and they were duct taping the propeller? Like,
Absolutely.
they're getting that played.
Yeah. No. This is definitely concerning. And then there are concerns. Well, I don't think these are real concerns, but then people are like, oh, he's going to try to move the team. They're not moving that team out of Portland. Unless Nike and Adidas are going with him, they're not moving that team out of Portland. I don't think Blazers fans have to worry. Yeah, literally, he doesn't like Portland as a destination, apparently, which is historically not the most popular free agent destination. But I think there are Blazers fans that have some concern there. But I also think they're going to approve some renovation budget, from the city for the arena. It'll be fine. I don't think they're going anywhere. But yeah. Tough start to the Dundon era, for sure. We're gonna close up shop because we've got a late checkout fee we're trying to avoid here. Make sure you check it out. All of Waz's stuff, no fouls given. Check out Mo's stuff on Offside. Check us out coming up pretty soon. We'll be in New York for this NBA Twitter stream stuff, and make sure you're reading the bounce and checking out Deals and Dunks on SiriusXM NBA Radio. For just Waz, for Mo, for Maze, I'm Zach. Make sure you avoid that late checkout. Keep your third eye open.